Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video in the real world. Today we're going to be talking about a video I saw today on Instagram. This was also another sickening video, and as I said in the title, you might want to have your kids leave the room because this is really sexual and disgusting. However, if your child is in a public school, it's probably not anything they haven't heard or are currently learning. So the first part of this video is an outraged parent who really handled this a lot better than I would have, that reads a book from one of the public school libraries. Again, you've been warned, this is a video that is not for kids. Let me start by showing you an excerpt of this parent school board meeting.
I'm going to read you some pornography brought to you by Plano ISD. Thank you for sexualizing our children. I pull him out of his underwear and he's soft in my hand. I don't look up at his face before I open my mouth and pull him into it. And I pull and I suck until he grows hard and he makes sounds that means he likes it. And I keep going and going. And when he says, I'm going to come, I don't pull away. The jet of him is warm and salty and tastes like thickened sweat. You want to consume the person you love. You want to eat him so he's inside you, so he becomes part of you. Grandparents eating grandchildren, chewing the flesh and drinking the blood of Jesus every Sunday in church.
So there's more, but I'm only going to address the content of the books for now. I'm going to call that what it is, pornographic literature. I mean, that is so bad, we might as well hand a 5th grader an iPad, send them to some porn website and say, watch as many videos as you want, little Johnny, this is how we're going to educate you. Tell me in the comments what the difference really is. This literature, it's harmful to kids. Kids are not supposed to be reading this stuff. Really, I don't think anyone should be, but if you like that kind of stuff, that's your thing, and I have no place to judge you for it. I don't even know how the schools get away with it. Never in history has this been allowed, even in public libraries. Even public libraries, and I don't know now, I haven't been to one, but from my experience, they've censored their stuff more than this, and we're making it freely available to elementary students. It's hard to really grasp the reality of that. However, there is a little bit of light in this video. It's somewhat encouraging because it shows that there are parents who care about what their children read and the content they're taking in, who want our children to grow up to be good people and not messed up baby daddies paying child support for 4 kids. Shows that there are people out there, even though they know they can't win, who are not afraid to raise holy hell over it to the school boards. And frankly, as I said before, that mom was infuriated, but compared to me, she was nothing. Let's watch the rest of the video.
You are sexualizing our children and you need to stop. I have 3 kids in Plano ISD. This is not okay. Teresa, look at me. You look at me. This is wrong. Look at my face. I'm a mom of 3 kids. You know about this. We have been speaking about this in school board meetings since February. You need to get off your high horse, stop treating us like peasants, and do what parents want. Do you understand?
Now, did any of you see what I saw? Because what I saw was an old lady with a smug look on her face, and the other board members just laughing in her face in their heads. Frankly, and this might sound really paranoid of me, but I think that the board members like seeing angry parents come in because they see that they are agitating people with this stuff. And they have complete power, and there's nothing the parents can do about it. Of course, I've seen other videos like this where the board members just look stupidly like they don't know what the parent is talking about.
Shit, I don't even know. Like, I can't even tell you that. Like,
it's like, oh, we didn't know that was in our schools. My final take on this is that we cannot be exposing our children to this kind of thing. There is a reason we can set limits on explicit websites for kids. There's a reason that we censor what our kids watch on TV or what video games they play. I think it's okay for the kids to know about the birds and the bees that want to be birds, and the birds that want to be bees, and the birds that used to be bees, and bees that used to be birds, and the birds that look like the bees, and the bees that look like the birds but still have their stinger.
What?
I think that's fine. what is not fine is describing oral sex, which is what that was, in the most disgusting way I have ever heard. I've heard some really dirty-minded high schoolers in my day that like to have sex and love to talk about the girl they knocked up last night.
Oh, hell yeah!
And all that good stuff. But in all my time in hearing that, and I went to a private school, and believe it or not, what you hear from the students there is just as bad, if not worse, than the public school students. But in all my time of hearing that stuff from students, I've never heard anyone describe oral sex the way that book did. And to be completely honest, if I ever did hear someone, one of my friends or whoever, describing it that way, I would leave the room as quickly as possible. The image it put in my head hearing that was one I definitely could have gone my entire life without hearing, and that your children can definitely go their entire lives without hearing. Protect our kids, guys, because we sure as hell can't trust the school system too. Anyways, I know this video was a little bit shorter than the ones I usually do, but thanks for watching. More videos to come. Subscribe and all that. You know the drill. Stay safe and see you in the next video.